Welcome back to Psychology Decoded. Today we're exposing a hidden truth about lust that most men get wrong. You think showing more desire makes her want you more, but in reality, uncontrolled lust kills attraction instantly. She can tell in seconds if you're desperate for her body. You don't even need to say a word. Your eyes, your tone, the way you lean in, women are experts at picking up these signals. Now, here's the part most men don't realize. When she senses uncontrolled lust, she doesn't feel more attracted. She feels turned off. Why? Because to her subconscious, uncontrolled lust screams weakness. And before we dive deeper, quick reminder, if you want to master these hidden psychology triggers and flip them into attraction, hit the like button and subscribe so you don't miss the rest of this series. Now, let's break this down. She can tell in seconds if you're desperate for her body. You don't even need to say a word. Your eyes, your tone, the way you lean in. Women are experts at picking up these signals. Now here's the part most men don't realize. When she senses uncontrolled lust, she doesn't feel more attracted. She feels turned off. Why? Because to her subconscious, uncontrolled lust screams weakness. Most guys believe lust is the strongest force of attraction. They think, if I just show her how much I want her, she'll feel flattered. But here's the paradox. Lust, when it controls you, doesn't pull her closer. It pushes her away. Instead of seeing strength, she sees desperation. And desperation is the fastest way to kill respect. This isn't about her being shallow or judgmental. It's biology. Women evolved to read men's intentions for survival. The man who couldn't control himself was unstable, unpredictable, even dangerous. But the man who showed desire while staying composed, that was the man worth respecting, following, and choosing. Here's the kicker. Women want to feel desired, but they want your desire to feel grounded, not desperate. They want to know you could have other options, but you're choosing them. They want to feel your attraction without feeling like you've lost control of yourself. You've seen it before. One guy stares at her like she's his only shot at happiness. She brushes him off. Another guy teases her with calm confidence, smiles and keeps his cool. She can't stop thinking about him. Same woman, totally different reactions. The difference is control. So here's the truth. Uncontrolled lust is a hidden signal that repels women. Controlled desire, on the other hand, creates magnetism. And if you don't understand that difference, you'll keep wondering why she pulls away just when you thought things were going well. In the next part of this video, I'll break down exactly why lust makes men weak, and how flipping this one dynamic changes the way women see you instantly. Chapter 2, Why Lust Repels Instead of Attracts. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Lust doesn't attract women. It repels them if it controls you. Think about it. When a man can't keep his desire in check, when he's staring too long, making every compliment about her body, or giving off that hungry energy, she doesn't feel flattered. She feels pressure. And pressure never creates attraction, it creates resistance. Now let me pause here. If you're serious about mastering these psychological insights and becoming the kind of man women respect and desire, make sure you subscribe right now. That way you'll always catch the next breakdown as we dive deeper into female psychology. Back to the lesson. Here's why uncontrolled lust backfires. To a woman's subconscious mind, it signals scarcity. It says, I don't have other options. I'm desperate. I need you to validate me. And when she picks up on that energy, her instincts kick in. She thinks, if he's this desperate for me, maybe he doesn't have value elsewhere. Maybe other women don't want him. That alone is enough to start draining her attraction. But when a man shows he's in control of himself, the effect flips. Controlled desire is magnetic. It communicates, yes, I'm attracted to you, but I don't need you. I choose you. And that subtle difference is everything. Here's an example. Imagine two men approach the same woman. The first one can barely hide his excitement. He rushes to compliment her beauty, hangs on her every word, and makes it obvious that he'd do anything just for a chance with her. The second man? He smiles, holds eye contact, but he's relaxed. His compliments aren't needy, they're playful. He notices her, but he doesn't pedestalize her. Which man does she feel drawn to? Always the second. Because here's the psychology. Women are not repelled by desire itself. They're repelled by neediness disguised as desire. The problem isn't that you're attracted. The problem is when your attraction feels like desperation. Remember, women evolved to sense value quickly. A man who can't control his impulses signals instability. But a man who can feel desire and still stay composed, that's the man who separates himself from the crowd. So the bottom line is this: lust makes you weak only when it owns you. But when you own it, it becomes a powerful force of attraction. And in the next chapter, we're going to dive deeper into the psychology of scarcity versus abundance, the mindset that separates men who repel women from the men who draw them in effortlessly. Chapter 3. The psychology of scarcity versus abundance. Here's where most men get trapped. They operate from scarcity. They meet a woman they like, and instantly she becomes the center of their world. Every move, every text, every thought revolves around her. And whether you realize it or not, that energy leaks through, she feels it. Now let me pause for a second. If you want to stop leaking scarcity and start projecting true abundance, make sure you like this video and subscribe. That way you'll keep learning these psychology frameworks that most men never figure out. Back to the point. Scarcity mindset is when you act like she's your only option. You overinvest, you chase, you cling, and women instinctively pick up on it. Why? Because scarcity screams, "I don't have many choices, so I need to hold on to this one at all costs." To her subconscious, that's low value. Abundance, on the other hand, is the opposite. It is not about having dozens of women in your life. It is about carrying yourself like a man who could. Abundance says, "I enjoy your company, but I don't need it. I choose you, but I don't rely on you to feel complete." Here's a quick story. Two men text the same woman. The first replies instantly every time, writes long messages, and rearranges his schedule the second she asks. The second man, he replies when he's free, his texts are short but confident, and if she cancels, he calmly makes other plans. Which one does she chase? Always the second, because he's signaling abundance. And here's the psychology behind it. Women evolved to filter for men with higher survival value. A man with options was less likely to cling desperately. He could provide, protect, and walk away if necessary. A man without options was more likely to compromise his integrity just to hold on to her. That instinct hasn't disappeared. It's still running in her subconscious today. So when you come from scarcity, you show insecurity, desperation, and fear of loss. When you come from abundance, you show calm, grounded confidence. And women can't resist that. Here's the practical takeaway. Abundance isn't about faking it. It's not about pretending you're busy or acting like you don't care. It's about genuinely building a life so full, so purposeful, that no single woman defines it. That's the energy that makes her want to be part of your world. So remember this: lust makes men weak when it comes from scarcity. But when you combine desire with an abundance mindset, it transforms into irresistible attraction. In the next chapter, we'll break down how women instantly sense whether you are coming from scarcity or abundance, and the subtle cues you may be giving off without even knowing it. Chapter 4. How women sense lust instantly. Here's the part that blows most men away. Women don't need you to say anything to know where your mind is. They can sense lust instantly, through your eyes, your voice, your posture, even the energy you give off. Ever notice how some guys walk into a room and women feel comfortable around them, while others make women tense up immediately? That difference often comes down to one thing: whether his desire feels controlled or uncontrolled. Here's how women pick up on lust. The eyes. Staring too long, especially at her body, gives away desperation. Confident men hold eye contact but don't linger like they're starving. The voice. When your tone rises nervously or you speak too fast, she senses neediness. A calm, steady voice signals self-control. The body. Leaning in too much, fidgeting or shrinking your shoulders all communicate you're seeking approval. Relaxed posture says you're grounded. The energy. Even if you say nothing, your vibe speaks. If you're consumed by lust, she feels pressure. If you're composed, she feels curiosity and safety. And here's the psychology behind it. Women evolved to be hypersensitive to male intention. Their survival depended on it. A man who couldn't control himself was unpredictable, risky, and often dangerous. The man who desired her but stayed in control, That signaled strength, stability, and higher value. Let me give you an example. Two men compliment the same woman. The first says, "You're so hot, I can't stop looking at you." His tone is eager. His eyes dart up and down her body. She feels uncomfortable. The second man says with a smirk, "You clean up nice." Short, playful, confident. He's showing attraction, but without pressure. She feels pulled in. The difference? Both expressed interest, but one leaked desperation, while the other radiated control. This is why some men wonder, why do women always seem to like the guy who doesn't try as hard? It's not that women dislike effort, it's that they dislike energy that feels needy or lust-driven. They want to feel chosen, not consumed. So here's the takeaway. Women sense lust instantly because they're wired to, and the way you carry yourself, your eyes, voice, posture, energy, tells the whole story. If you want her respect, your attraction has to feel calm, composed, and grounded. In the next chapter, I'll show you how to flip lust into attraction, turning that raw desire into something that actually makes her chase you instead of pulling away. Chapter 5. Flipping lust into attraction. Here's the truth, lust itself isn't the enemy. Uncontrolled lust is. When you flip it, when you take raw desire and ground it in self-control, you turn something that repels into something magnetic. Most guys make women feel pressured when they're attracted. They stare, they hover, they overcompliment. The energy screams, "I need you to validate me." That's what pushes her away. But imagine this instead. You feel the same desire, but you carry it calmly. Your body language is relaxed. Your compliments are rare, but meaningful. You tease instead of worship. Suddenly, she feels drawn in. She senses your strength. And before I break down the exact steps to flip lust into attraction, quick reminder. If you're serious about mastering this psychology and becoming the kind of man women respect, make sure you like this video and subscribe. That way, you'll always catch the next lesson in this series. Now let's dive in. Step 1. Control your eyes. Don't stare like you've never seen a woman before. Hold eye contact, then break it casually. That balance communicates interest without hunger. Step 2. Tease instead of over-validate. Instead of piling on compliments, keep them light and playful. Say, "That's a bold choice of outfit," with a smirk, instead of, "You're the most beautiful woman ever." Controlled validation makes her crave more. Step 3. Slow down your energy. Fast speech, fidgeting or rushing signals, nervous lust. A calm tone, steady pace, and relaxed movements signal confidence. Step 4. Live abundance. The strongest way to flip lust is to not center your life around her at all. Fill your world with purpose, hobbies, and goals. When she feels that you're already fulfilled, your desire for her feels like a choice, not a need. Here's an example. One man meets a woman at a bar and spends the whole night orbiting her, staring, buying drinks, showering compliments. Another chats with her, teases her, then steps away to talk to friends. He's still attracted, but he's not consumed. Guess which one she can't stop thinking about? That's the power of controlled desire. The psychology behind this is simple. Humans are wired to chase what's scarce. When your desire is measured and under control, it feels rare, it feels valuable. She wants to earn more of it. But when you give it away recklessly, it feels cheap. So here's the bottom line. Lust makes men weak when it owns them. But when you own it, when you flip it into controlled attraction, it becomes one of the strongest forces pulling women toward you. In the final chapter, we'll tie everything together and show you why mastering lust isn't about suppressing it. It's about channeling it into strength that women can't resist. Chapter 6. Closing lesson. So here's the bottom line. Lust doesn't make you weak. Being controlled by lust does. When a woman senses that desperation, she feels repelled. But when she feels your attraction grounded in confidence and self-control, everything changes. Suddenly, your desire isn't cheap. It's rare and it's powerful. And remember, this isn't about suppressing your desire or pretending you don't feel it. It's about mastering it, channeling it, owning it instead of letting it own you. That's what makes a woman feel respect, attraction, and safety all at once. Think about the men women chase the hardest. They're not the ones begging for attention. They're the ones who can feel desire but stay composed. That calm strength is magnetic. So the lesson is simple. Lust can weaken you. or it can empower you. The difference is whether you control it or let it control you. Before you go, make sure you hit the like button if this video gave you insight, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss what's coming next. In the next video, we're going to dive deeper into the hidden psychology of attraction, how women test men without realizing it, and how you can pass those tests effortlessly. Trust me, you don't want to miss it.